A single mistake happens here every 13 seconds, and it ends everything. You're standing on a mountain road so narrow that two vehicles cannot pass without one plunging into an endless canyon below. The pavement crumbles beneath your tires, and beyond the fragile guardrail is a drop so vast the ground disappears into pure cloud. Yet thousands of people cross these roads every single day, trusting their lives to worn asphalt and human skill.
Are you sure this road is safe?
It's the only way. Just hold on.
They are not daredevils or thrill seekers. They are ordinary people with somewhere to be, something to deliver, someone to see. But what if I told you that some of Earth's most critical roads run through places that nature never intended humans to travel? Around our planet exist passages so treacherous that governments spend millions protecting them from nature itself. These are not urban highways or coastal routes, but rather ribbons of human determination carved through mountains, glaciers, deserts, and frozen wastelands. They connect isolated villages to civilization, link impoverished communities to economic opportunity, and carry rescue services to people nobody else will reach. Yet almost nobody realizes these incredible engineering achievements exist, or understands the extraordinary stories behind them. And this is where the story becomes even more fascinating. Each road has a reason, a history, and secrets that will astonish you. I've traveled to 8 of the world's most impossible places, and what I discovered changed how I understand human resilience forever. What happened next surprised even experienced travelers like myself, forcing me to question everything I believed about survival and determination. But almost nobody expects what comes next in this journey through Earth's most dangerous landscapes and the communities who call them home. If you want to join us as we explore the world's most extreme locations and discover the incredible human stories hidden within them, subscribe now. We are building a community of curious explorers who believe the greatest adventures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for those brave enough to find them. Every week, we travel to impossible places and uncover mysteries that tourism boards don't want you to know about, revealing the true heart of our world. This video is just the beginning of an extraordinary journey, and I would be honored to have you join us as we continue discovering Earth's most unforgettable destinations. In the mountains of Bolivia lies a road so deadly that locals gave it a name that still echoes with dread and respect. They call it the Death Road, and every year it claims the lives of approximately 250 travelers who underestimate its merciless power. The road plunges nearly 3,000 meters down from the Andean peaks, descending through clouds, fog, and conditions that change every single minute. Visibility sometimes drops to just 10 meters, meaning drivers cannot see the cliff edge until they are already sliding toward it. Yet what happened next surprised even experienced travelers. Adventure tourists now intentionally ride mountain bikes down this very road, seeking the ultimate adrenaline rush. The Death Road stretches for 80 kilometers, and nearly the entire length has no guardrails, no barriers, and no mercy for mistakes. Truck drivers navigate blindly through fog so thick that they depend entirely on the horn sounds echoing back from the canyon to judge distance. When two vehicles meet on the narrow path, one must reverse, sometimes for several kilometers, to find a wider section where they can pass each other. The weather shifts violently without warning, transforming dry pavement into slick mud that offers zero traction to tires or hope to drivers. Landslides regularly bury entire sections of road under tons of rock and dirt, forcing communities to wait weeks for repairs that might never come. And this is where the story becomes even more compelling. The Death Road exists not for adventure or tourism, but because millions depend on it. In 1940, the Bolivian government carved this path through the Andes to connect the capital, La Paz, with the jungle regions beyond. Workers used only basic tools and hand labor, with no safety equipment, no engineering expertise, and no understanding of the dangers they faced. Hundreds of laborers died during construction, their bodies disappearing into canyons that would hold their secrets forever, unmarked and unmourned. Yet the road was finally completed, and for decades it was the only connection linking coastal regions to the highland cities. Every family, every business, every delivery of medicine or food had to trust the Death Road to survive and maintain any connection to commerce. But the most surprising part was still ahead. In 2006, a new highway was finally built that offered a safer alternative route. However, the Death Road never truly closed, because for poorest communities perched on its edges, it remained the quickest path to survival. A widow named Maria has driven this road twice a week for 37 years, delivering produce from her farm to markets in distant cities. She has seen friends and family members vanish into the canyon, yet she continues driving because her children depend on the income. One evening during a terrible storm, her brakes failed completely while descending a steep section with a 3,000-meter cliff to her left. She made a split-second decision that most drivers never survive. She deliberately drove toward the mountain wall, crashing her truck to avoid plunging into darkness. The truck was destroyed, but Maria walked away with injuries that healed, and she was back on the road within months because there was no other choice. What happened next changed everything about how rescue teams operate on these mountain roads, because her story became a turning point in safety awareness. Nearly 700 meters below where Maria crashed, previous drivers had not been so fortunate, their vehicles becoming permanent monuments to the canyon's violence. Yet Maria's resilience embodied something deeper than mere survival. It represented the unbreakable determination of communities willing to face death for daily livelihood. But if Bolivia's Death Road is the most famous dangerous highway, then what lies ahead in our journey will test your belief in what humans can actually accomplish. The next discovery completely changed our understanding of road engineering and human survival, revealing stories of sacrifice on a scale rarely witnessed or acknowledged. Few visitors ever discover what comes next because the location we are traveling to is so remote and dangerous that reaching it requires extraordinary preparation. Along the border between Pakistan and China stretches a road so breathtaking that it has earned the nickname the Highway to Heaven among international travelers. Yet this nickname obscures a darker reality. The Karakoram Highway is also the most dangerous road ever constructed, built through some of Earth's most hostile terrain. The highway rises and falls through mountains so tall that they pierce the clouds, connecting isolated villages while climbing to elevations exceeding 5,000 meters. Construction took nearly 20 years and required workers to blast through solid rock, build bridges across raging glacial rivers, and navigate landslides constantly. Approximately 400 workers died building this single road, making it perhaps the deadliest construction project ever attempted in human history. Yet their names are forgotten, their sacrifice unmarked, their graves unmapped, as the road continues functioning across terrain they literally died to open. And this is where the story becomes even more astonishing. The Karakoram Highway remains uncompleted, with construction still ongoing after nearly 5 decades of continuous labor. Glaciers that took millennia to form continue melting away rapidly, forcing engineers to rebuild sections of road every single season as foundations shift and collapse. The road is so narrow in places that mirrors are mounted on cliff faces so drivers can see around corners before vehicles collide head-on. Rockfalls are so common that drivers learn to expect a shower of stones crashing onto their vehicles as they pass beneath sheer cliff faces. The highest section of the road experiences avalanches capable of swallowing entire buses, making winter travel impossible and spring travel terrifyingly unpredictable. When construction began in 1978, engineers faced a fundamental problem. Mountains this tall and unstable are not supposed to support roadways. They discovered that permafrost, glaciers, and constant geological activity meant no road built here could ever be truly permanent or completely stable. The solution required innovative engineering that included building tunnels through unstable rock, creating retaining walls several stories tall, and installing sophisticated monitoring systems. Sensors throughout the highway continuously measure ground movement, temperature, and stress levels, alerting authorities when sections are about to fail catastrophically. Yet, despite these precautions, entire sections still collapse unexpectedly, sometimes burying the road under hundreds of meters of rock and ice debris. During monsoon season, rainfall triggers landslides with such frequency that the road can close multiple times in a single week, stranding travelers for weeks.
But almost nobody expects what comes next when glacial melt accelerates. Recently, scientists discovered that rising temperatures are destabilizing the entire foundation of the highway. This means the road might not survive another 50 years in its current form, making it not just dangerous, but potentially temporary. For the Hunza people and other mountain communities living along the Karakoram, this highway transformed impossibility into opportunity, isolation into connection. Before the road existed, these villages were unreachable except by dangerous mountain passes that closed half the year under snow and ice. Now, school children can travel to distant cities for education, farmers can reach larger markets, and emergency medical services can reach remote communities faster. Yet the road itself remains so precarious that daily commutes still carry genuine danger, and families say goodbye each morning, uncertain they will reunite that evening. Truck drivers navigate through the night, trusting their experience and the echoing horns they use to communicate around blind mountain curves in absolute darkness. And this is where the story becomes even more meaningful. These drivers are not adventurers pursuing thrills, they are providers, ensuring their families and communities survive. In Norway's northwestern coast exists a road so dramatic that architects and engineers were initially convinced it could never actually be built successfully. The Atlantic Ocean Road connects small coastal villages by literally driving across the open ocean on a series of remarkable bridges and causeways. For more than 8 kilometers, travelers find themselves suspended above the violent Atlantic with nothing but crashing waves visible from every single direction. The engineering required to construct bridges across open ocean with storm systems that can generate waves exceeding 20 meters in height seems nearly impossible. Yet Norwegian engineers completed this remarkable feat in 1987, creating what many consider the most beautiful and terrifying coastal drive on Earth. During severe storms, waves crash entirely over the roadway, making driving conditions impossible and occasionally washing vehicles straight into the churning sea below. What happened next surprised even experienced travelers. The road does not have crash barriers, leaving drivers with essentially no protection if they lose control. The psychological impact of driving across open ocean with nothing preventing a fatal plunge into cold water creates a unique kind of driving terror.
Local drivers know this road intimately, developing instincts that newcomers simply cannot replicate, making fatal accidents more common among tourists than residents.
If this journey through impossible places has touched you even slightly, I invite you to subscribe and join our community of explorers. We are discovering the stories that mainstream media ignores, the hidden places, the forgotten communities, the human achievements that deserve recognition and respect.